All right, hey guys, here we are, hole number 4. Let me guess, this one's going to be a tailwind. Kind of pointed towards 1 o'clock or so. So far, I feel like everything's been exact. Yeah, I mean, I think this is like last year's setup to a T. Like, I don't know if anything's different thus far. So we're essentially, nothing's new here. Now, ideally, what I like to do here is a B52, slight top spin. Keep in mind, I'm going to have to go Goliath because I don't have a B52 that has enough distance. My only alternative is a Grizzly. Now, I want to talk about this because they just modified the Grizzly to be workable here. Now, here's the problem. It has a 9-yard power gap. So with that 9-yard power gap, you probably can't get the target to where my opponent is. So that's one of the main reasons that there's almost no Grizzly here that you'll be able to use unless you wanted to use a power 4 ball, which seems a bit wasteful. So that's the only way to kind of bridge that gap. So with that being said, I'm going to go Goliath kind of out of necessity. And I'm trying to think, I'm thinking maybe 1 topspin, give or take. That's what I used to do. I used to be able to use kind of my alignment. You can see I put all my side spin. I used to be able to get this alignment using my second and third bounces. So if I can set up to a specific point, then I know where it's going towards the hole. So I can use that to my advantage. You can see with where my ball guide's being set up with where that third hop is. So that's what you might want to do for your alignment here to get this in the ballpark of what you want. Now what I'm going to do is almost 4 rings here. So just a shade under 4. Perfect ball. And let's just see how this comes in. Looks pretty good. Oh, really? Really? Have the alignment down. It comes in just a bit hot. I do think that's about the top spin. That's typically pretty right. Just more so than anything, just a little bit of bad luck. You have to use some, or else, you might not hop over this bunker. So, half a bar, 1 bar, keep that in mind. Also, keep in mind, I don't have the ball guide, so I have to just kind of, and that's when I use the second and third hops. So utilize where I started my adjustment and be like, okay, that's what his ball guide looks like. That's where he positioned it, and then he counted rings, and I went, slightly under 4 there. So that gives you, a good estimate as to what you're going to need. Slightly under 4 rings is about 1.9 per ring. So that's more or less the adjustment that I used there. So good luck with that hole. See you guys on the next one.